Where are the people from Florida?
Here.
Yeah? Did you guys really come just for the show?
Yes. Rachel's grandmother.
Oh, hi, Grandma. So you came to see your granddaughter?
No, you.
No, come on.
She said you're hot.
Have you been sliding in my DMs? Grandma, why are you being thirsty? So Grandma...
Sorry, I don't mean to get into this.
Grandma's out here trapping. Grandma, it's cuffing season, right? Grandma, do you have any piece of advice for me?
Yes, be honest.
Be honest?
Yes.
Okay. So be honest, do you really... If you could create a holiday, what would it be called and what would it celebrate? It would be called Hassanoween and you have to watch Patriot Act. There. Election Day. How is that not a holiday? Election Day should be a holiday. Do you know in other countries, in Australia, you get fined $20 if you don't go vote? Yeah. I had another idea. You know what we should have? Remember like when you were in like elementary school or middle school, there was just that one day where everyone just went to Six Flags? We need like National Six Flags Day. You know what I mean? Like where do you work? New York Times. So say at the Times, like on a Wednesday. Just during the pitch meeting, like 9:15, 9:18 a.m. Later, so let's say 10:30. Someone just comes in and they're just like, dude, fucking drop it. We're going to Six Flags. How awesome would that be? Just like think about it, that'd be incredible. So I want just like National Six Flags Day, but it's a random day. There's not a lot of things that we get to do now with just like unbridled joy. So that's what I'm saying. What do you do at the Times?
I work in the crossword.
Oh, really? Grandma, he works in the crossword. It's a big deal. That's coveted. You know you've made it when you're a comedian in the crossword.
That's true.
Yeah. You've had me? No, come on, dude, don't lie.
Pretty sure.
It's not a lie.
Huh? It's not a lie? You know him? Huh? Oh, really? Okay, cool. Hopefully it was a positive thing.
I know for sure you're in the mini. Your first name's 5 letters, so it works out.
Yeah,
I had to count. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be smart, but I'm like... It's kind of like there's like certain things that I'm just like still a kid about. Like I don't know the difference between a W-2 and a W-9. I'm like, what's the... Or like how many dependents? That's an open-ended question. Like how many... There's a lot of people depending. And a different, like... I can list like 7 people that are dependent. Eddie, you're one of my dependents. You're like... You could claim me too. I depend on you. You know we're best friends, right? You guys are the cute. I think Patriot Act audience is like the cutest audience in the world. You guys are like a Hallmark original movie, you know? All right, what is one thing you love about living in New York and one thing you hate? I love Times Square. I think Times Square is great. You got the M&M store. You got that big ass Olive Garden. I remember one time Bina was pregnant and she was like, it was like 10 o'clock at night. She's like, I want Olive Garden. I'm like, babe, let's hit 42nd and 8th. Hit that Times Square Olive Garden. And we got there, and then everybody who works there, they're native New Yorkers. And so they saw us. A couple people recognized me, and they're like, what are you doing here? Why you gotta judge? Like, you can't fuck with a classic. Just get me that soup and salad. Let's get that minestrone going, baby. I love New York. I love the cart coffee. I love a $1 cart coffee. We have a cart out here that they just completely changed the game, and I want them out. It's $1.25, and I'm like, stop. It's either $1 or $2. We're not doing change. So, what else? I think Central Park is kind of cool too. Have you ever seen it from like when you're like in a plane and you're landing? You're just like, how is there this rainforest in the middle of Manhattan. And I'm amazed, like, you know, how many awful corporations and banks are in this city. Nobody's just gone Fern Gully on Central Park. Isn't that incredible if you think about it? Do you know there's penguins in Central Park? There's fucking penguins. Yeah, man, it's just a zoo. It is crazy. We live in a little 8-mile-long garbage island. In the middle, there's just penguins in the middle of this weird man-made forest. And they're just waddling around. They go up against the glass. It's crazy. We have penguins here. Dude, they're out there. They're marching, dude. They're just out there marching. Maybe the corporations are scared of the penguins. All right, do you put your cereal before milk or milk before cereal? I pour the cereal, I eat a bite, I chew it, I take milk in a cup, and I drink it, and I let my mouth be the bowl. I'm a liar? I'll do it for you right now. Why would I lie about that? Of all the things I would lie about. No, I do. Allah ki qasam, I'm telling you. Wallahi. Yeah. I can't eat, like, my thing is I'm a big texture person. That's my thing. You ever see, like, oatmeal? Right when they put the water on it, it's going through puberty. It doesn't know what it is. I like when it coalesces and it's thick, 2 C's. Then dive in. Not when it's in this weird middle stasis, osmosis is happening between the... Do you know what I mean? I like, it knows what it is. I like things that are thick. Do you want to know, you want to know what scarred me? Why I'm so crazy about texture and stuff like that? And certain sauces and like liquids and stuff like that? So when I was in elementary school, we would have like a lunch in the cafeteria, and they would have French fries all the time. It was the 90s, they didn't care about our health. So we'd have French fries every day, and there was this kid in my class. We were sitting in the cafeteria, we were eating French fries, and this kid, I'm not gonna say the name, bleep the name, remember how, little kids, when it's cold, things get dry, so their nose is bleeding? Nose is bleeding. He was such a nose bleeder. And his nose is bleeding, and as his nose was bleeding, he was eating French fries with ketchup. So it was just going down, like 11 in Stranger Things, and then he's like... And I'm watching this, I'm 7, I'm just like, I never want to be around ketchup. If I'm at a restaurant and there's like a bottle of Heinz, I move that shit. I move it away, I'm like, get that away from me. Yeah. There's just certain sauces or liquids I'm not even gonna, gazpacho, yuck. Not dealing with it. Not going down that path again. Is it weird that if I have French fries, I'll have it with mustard? Is that weird? Barbecue sauce is fine. But I'm not cool with barbecue sauce at the halal cart. Cut that shit out! You go white sauce or red sauce, but they're like, you want A1 barbecue sauce? Why are we playing games? Why are weddings so expensive? This is from Garrett. Is Garrett here? Are you Garrett? Oh! You know what's so funny? One of the notes that I wrote on this, I was like, great question. It's time for the Indian community to have a conversation about weddings. I was like, Garrett, sounds Indian. This can be a moment. No, you know what? Okay, so I just think, like, look, the buy-in? They tell our entire generation, you have to go to college and they advise getting married. You can't have 2 debt traps. Yeah, just boom, boom. I think, this is just my pitch. So what number are you guys looking at in terms of the marriage? What's your total number on the guest list? 100-ish? 100-ish? Garrett, you were like... New York Times fact-checking? Confirm? Is that high, low? What do you think that's...
If it's a destination, 80. If it's local, maybe.
Maybe more? That's like the amount of people in my living room. Like, before we go to the wedding. It's bad. Here's what I think. I think the gift, we should cut out wedding gifts. A way we can make it super cheap is everybody has to bring a skill set to the table. Because everything else is a ripoff. You have tablecloths, ripoff, DJ, ripoff, centerpieces, ripoff. You just have to look at your roster of 100 people and go, all right, Who's the DJ? You know what I mean? Like, who's bringing it? Sir, anyone really good with flowers? That's the gift. And if you don't have a skill set, you're not coming. Don't you think that'd be great? I mean, you're talking about Indian culture. Don't bring that privilege into this conversation. You know that. You're a girl. Your family's paying for fucking everything. It's super fucked up.
Saying that, like, you may want to spend less, but your parents had all these hopes and dreams that they want to have your wedding.
Yeah.
And it becomes like their wedding, not
Yeah.
your wedding.
Yeah.
It's definitely a South Asian thing. And
Yeah.
we're dealing with that too right now.
You guys are dealing with. Are your parents here?
No.
That's your mom. Okay. I was like, this is really an awkward place to have this intervention. All right. What would you change about social media? You know what I would do? I just wanted to go back to MySpace. MySpace was fun. Everyone was friends with Tom. It was a simpler time. You know what I would do? I would just, to me, I think we're never going to get rid of the apps. I think what we just need to do is, the rule that I would change is you can use all the apps. You can use Facebook, Twitter, Grandma, you can use Tinder, whatever you want. But you can only do it on the computer. I feel like the fact that it's all on our phone is like destroying our brains. Yeah, it's too much. Isn't this weird? Isn't this like the longest time you've been away from like checking your phone? Has it been weird?
I'm being entertained.
Okay. No, but like, don't you ever watch like a 1 hour drama, like you're watching Succession, and then you have like the laptop open while you have the phone out? Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. That gives me hope for the future. I have a long-term boyfriend of 4 years, but I still haven't told my parents yet. How did you tell your parents? All right, look, and this is from Anonymous. Just says, Anon. Here's what I suggest. Just wait 8 more years and tell them about it at the wedding. If dogs could talk, what would they be saying? My theory is that they are completely aware they have humans eating out of the palm of their paws. This is from Brittany. Brittany, you're punny. I think if dogs could talk, there would be a lot more competition in late night. I would lose my job. People would be like, you want to watch this guy or you want to watch a dog that is hosting a show? Straight up Air Bud on late night. I would have no chance. You know what I love? One thing I do, and I'm terrified of dogs. I was bit as a kid, so I've always been terrified of dogs. But I've learned to be more loving and accepting of them. This office is dog friendly. One thing that I do appreciate about dogs is that they're very present. Like whatever they are doing in that moment, they're doing it. You know, like they want food, they want food. They're humping your leg, they're humping your leg. They're just in the moment. They have no smartphones. They're there for you. When will you let your daughter watch your stand-up or Patriot Act? When she's 18. Thank you. Thank you.